let's review this book, A Terrible Kindness by Joe Browning Roy. This book was supposed to be about the incident surrounding the Aberfan disaster in 1966 in Wales, where a huge coal mine spoil tip collapsed into a primary school and its neighboring houses. This disaster, given that it happened in 1966, which is almost 60 years now, is one of the disasters that the whole of Wales and the United Kingdom, Britain in general, has not been able to get over the trauma. So that was what this book was supposed to be about, and that was actually what drew my attention to it. But on another hand, this book was like just about 7 to 8% of the Aberfan disaster, which was a good one for me because I had to go on my own to research about it. The remaining part of this book was about the experience of a volunteer embalmer who helped in that disaster, his life, what happened before, how the incident affected him, how it traumatized his life, and everything surrounding that. At first, I was not very happy about this because I was more particular about that disaster. What's it about? I want to learn the history of things that happened in Wales, in Britain, how people responded to it, the effect, all of that. But with time, when I continued to read the book and deep dive into the book, I saw the need for the exposure into the life of William Lavery, who was supposed to be a singer. He lost his dad when he was about 8 years old, and then his mom decided that he was going to go into music. He was actually a very good singer and musician. He was able to get into musical school in Cambridge. It didn't end very well. He decided that he was going to go into the family business, which his mom wasn't very supportive of. The family business is embalming and planning of funeral rites. He was able to complete his embalming training and he did really well. And on the night of his graduation, when he was in his musical dance that was organized for them, there was the news of the incident of the Aberfan disaster. Okay, and so he decided to go and volunteer. He was 19 at that time. It was a difficult job. That's why the title is A Terrible Kindness. It was a kindness because he was trying to volunteer, was trying to help. The situation at hand was really difficult because a heap load of coal had buried some children and adults alive. Statistics has it that about 116 children and about 28 adults lost their life in that incident. And given the fact that they were buried alive with the coal, the whole neighborhood started digging up and trying to rescue as many people and children as they could rescue. But as time passed, it was difficult to see any survivors. They just kept unraveling the coal just to get out the bodies. And so the work of the embalmer is to ensure that they took care of the body first by washing off the coal, trying to clean up the stain of the coal, and then they have to go identify the bodies. It was a very gory situation because sometimes the body of these people are not even intact and they have to identify them based on the clothes they wore, the hair accessory, or the shoes and all of that. After identification, they have to clean up, embalm the body, bring out the blood, and then put the body in the coffin. Okay, so imagine doing that over and over again for over 100 people, mostly children. It was a traumatic sight, especially for William, who is the major character of this book.